Hey friends, come with us today as we take you with us on this trip in Jerusalem, about 2 hours away from the hotel where we're staying. And as we travel through the countryside here, we hope you enjoy it with us. It looks very bleak with several trees here and there by the buildings. Very few buildings, very few families on these bleak hills. But come with us today as we go visit this Muslim family, and we are so excited and we are just waiting to see what we will do when we get there. We are anticipating this trip so much, and our tour guides have stopped along the way and they bought some groceries for a gift. It is traditionally correct to take a gift to someone that you visit. So we were excited to see all that happening, and I was wishing I would have some candy for children, but I did not. So we just blessed them in other ways, I guess. And I will admit to you that I was a little scared in some of the places that we went through with the bus, but here we are now getting out and walking around and walking over towards the buildings, and we will have to cross under through the highway that we just came up on and cross over to the other side of the road to where this family lives. And anticipation is running high. We are just so excited. Here we cross through the little tunnel, and this was a neighbor place, and a little donkey. He was such a meek little creature, just standing there greeting everybody as we came.
My wife did the same thing. Little top heavy. That's funny.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. The Bible tells me so.
Jesus loves me.
Little children, all the children of the world, red and yellow, black and white, they are precious in His sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world.
It reminds us of Jesus' Last Supper. Was the seating was similar to what we are seated now. It was on the floor, and they were reclining, and they would have this one of the arms would be on the side, and they will be eating with the other one, unless they are leftists, that they would be kneeling on the right and dealing with it. Now, because the place is small, we are somehow seated close to each other. But they usually, even in Bedouins today, they will sit on the floor as we are now, on the cushions or on the blankets or whatever covers they have, and they will have also another pillow on the side where they recline on it and relax. Chicken also.
What do they do for income?
For income. ايش مصدر الدخل عندكم؟
مصدر الدخل من الغنم وكنا نروح نشتغل هان وهان يوميا.
As I said, they work on daily basis as laborers in Jericho or in Jerusalem if they have chance, if they have permit to go to Jerusalem because of the checkpoints. That's one source of their income.
And they depend on gifts and
Donation from different organizations, charity from the local people. You know, in Islamic faith, there is a yearly donation. can see, or
They're trying, this is what they make their living on as well. So if you, yeah, when he says he works in tourism, he meant that. He means dealing with tourism. This is the head covering, yeah. It's called hatta. This one is like for $10 for the head covering.
هاي 10
They're Bedouin style. $10 for the head covering and for the bracelets.
هذا دولار أو دولارين. Dollar
It varies either $1 or $2 for the
for the
bracelets.
bracelet and $10 for the
Head covering.
and the bracelet, the big one. The big necklace is $10.
So it's $10 necklace, the big one, long one, $10 for the head covering, $1 for the bracelet.
That's one reason, because you're in the middle of nowhere and they are not secured by the law and by the government. So they have to they all go to school with
That is your stuff.
You made their day. You made their day.
Let me take your picture. Wait.
For this one? Oh, 5. And how much for this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
And 5.
Awesome. Thank you, Yad.
You have this.
You want to practice on me?
Tell her that she wants to buy what brace are.
Thank you very much for all your support. Hey, we are now leaving this Israelite village, and this here is my friend. But we're very happy that we were here. We blessed this family, a Muslim family, and all their sheep and goats they have. But we're very happy to be here, and I even bought me a original headscarf that the men wear here. So we're very happy for that. We welcome you this afternoon to travel with us from Jerusalem, our base area there in Israel, down south to the Masada National Park, about an hour and a half south. The Masada National Park is a very interesting park. You'll find it to be a good tourist attraction with as many as 750,000 visitors per year. What you see on top of this mountain is about 18 acres total
with 1,400 and plus feet high. In our next video, we'll have more information on the Dead Sea that we went to see there after this. But the following picture here is going to be a picture of the height of that side of that mountain, which I explained was over 1,400 feet high from the sea elevation to the top of that mountain.
So now join us to tour Herod's Mountain. It's sometimes called the Snake Path. There is a replica of the top of the mountain, and there is the stairways and the path going down called the Snake Path. And we had to go up by cable cars, and we had to switch off. Here we're waiting in line to get on the cable cars, and we had to switch cars 2 times. There's like 2 stretches of cable cars until you reach the top. So we had to take one and then later take the second one. We're waiting in line here and just looking at the gigantic wheels turning at the tremendous heights we're going to be climbing today. And I think this mountain is like 400 meters taller than the lowest place on earth, which is the Dead Sea. And we drove right along the Dead Sea all morning coming to this place. And on the other side of the Dead Sea are the Moab Mountains. This is Herod's Mountain that you see. And Jordan area would be on the other side of those mountains. Anyway, here we are going up the mountain. And I don't look too excited here. I don't like heights. But it was so exciting to see how they did everything. And seeing all their buildings they had made and the gigantic wheels. I think the men were all intrigued with all the big cables and wheels that it took to get up on top. But it was interesting to hear the history on this place, and it's called Masada. It was built by King Herod himself, and it was very impressive how he did that up there, and he kind of was hiding in his latter years, King Herod was, and he went there to have his own city on top of this mountain. So the first question was, where was the water from? Where did they get their how did they get their animals up there? How did all this happen? So we learned that he dug quarries because all of his buildings were built with stones up there. That's all they had. And of course now they have electricity and these cable cars running up there today. So we went up the mountain with the group, and we came back earlier because Gerold needed to eat something, keep his blood sugar stable. So here he's taking an intricate video of the little wheels and all the details as we wait to come on the last one to go the last leg of the journey, I believe. We had to split in 2 groups. So yeah. The snake path is going to be the steps that you see. If you look really close here, you can see the steps zigzagging up the mountain, and how some people actually do that. I forget how many hours they said it takes to actually climb up that mountain, and it looks kind of dangerous to me. So of course we opted for the cable cars. Yeah, so here you can see the side of the mountain and the Dead Sea in the distance there, and all the badlands that are in between it, and a little bit of the snake path right here on the edge. We're seeing it as we go on up. And here is to the front of the trolley car, where we're almost on top. We're all excited and watching how this is going to look when we reach the top, the most exciting place that we're going to see today almost. There's a little more of the snake path, and you'll see those square walls that are built on the bottom where they have their police station to protect the whole place. And I guess it's what they used back in the day as well to keep the place protected. It's a kind of like a lookout stone barrier is what it is. And you can see all the buses parked down on the bottom. And now we're up top. The group is walking in on the walkway off the trolley car. And the Dead Sea you can see right there. It's just seems like you can reach out and touch it. But it's so far up, so tall. And now we've reached the top. We're going to go up the walkway here and into the side here. You can see those big pegs on the side of this hot place. This place is so hot today. People were encouraged to bring sunscreen, sunglasses, whatever you needed, plenty of water to keep hydrated. And it definitely was windy and it was hot, but the wind, the breeze made it bearable. So here we go. Gonna go into the stone entrance here on the side of this mountain, 400 meters above the Dead Sea, and the Dead Sea is the lowest place on earth. Wow, there's that mechanism that brought us up. I think the men were especially excited about all of that and how they figured out how to get people and tourists up top of this mountain. Shade areas with a small model of the top of the mountain and how it looks like. This is Herod's mountain where he went to hide in his latter days, and there's stone walls all over the place. Everything has got walls around it. I think he built 2 or 3 palaces up here, and his roads going up to his different buildings that he had and floors. Some of it is partially restored, some is still just like it was, some is in ruins, and paths go everywhere on top of this mountain in the desert here. Everything is rocks, 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 and more rocks. But that is why in this country Jesus is represented as the rock, the main rock, the only rock to build our faith on. He would dig quarries for water reservoirs, and that is where their main source of water came from. Just look down over that edge, it's unreal. There's no other buildings around except this fortress up here way on top of the hill. And that is the Dead Sea down there. Amazing. And here we are done taking our videos. And Gerold took his and I took mine down over the steep hill, mountain, whatever you call it. And we're heading back to the cable car place to go back down the mountain. Gerold is needing food, so he's waiting on me here, patiently waiting.
behind the white bus.
Okay.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the video so far. This is just a short clip close to where David and Saul were chasing each other, and it was in the same area where Herod's mountain is, but it was also across from the Dead Sea. So we took this short 30-minute walk back there to the waterfall and the little creek and river that ran through there, and it doesn't look like anyone could get in those cave holes that I have videos of. But I found it interesting that there was fresh water close by, and this is where Saul hid at, and this is also where David could have killed Saul, but he did not, because Saul was God's anointed. I'm sure you are familiar with this Bible story, but I thought it would be an interesting piece for you to see. So instead, David just clipped a corner of Saul's garment instead of killing him. So come with us and see this short section, and we'll see you next time.